Hi, today we are going to be working on your spelling words by really concentrating on printing the letters correctly and then drawing a box around them. So when you're done looking at your words, you will be able to tell which letters you made as tall letters that went from the top line to the bottom line, as short letters, and even some letters that are going to have tails, which means they go below the bottom line. So today you're going to need with you is, if you still have it, it's your graph paper that we sent home in a plastic sleeve, and you can use your marker and an eraser with that. If you don't have that, you can do this on plain paper. It's just a little trickier when you're checking your work for the right size and placement of your letters. And you'll need your spelling list. Now the spelling words are on the website, but I am going to go through all the words in this video today. So if you need to go get those things, you can pause it and then we'll get started. So to help you out, I'm going to do both at the beginning. I'm going to write on the plastic. In fact, I'm going to turn mine around so the plastic's at the top. And I will also do it on a plain paper so you can see what it looks like on a plain paper. So you may have noticed that some of our letters, when we look at them, go all the way to this top guideline and it goes all the way to the bottom. But some of the letters are in the middle at this dotted line. Let me use my pencil. And they go to the bottom. And then some letters are at the top to the bottom and have a part of the letter that's from the middle. Some of the words at the bottom of our list today you're going to see start in the middle, but then go way below that bottom line. So that's kind of what I wanted to focus on today while we're practicing writing our spelling words. So we're going to box our words in, or box it today. So the first word on our list is the word lack. So I'm going to kind of scoot over and start right here in the middle. And lack is starts with the letter L. It's a tall letter from the top to the bottom. It's actually going to take two boxes. A is an A, so that's a short letter. It'll just go in one box. C is a short letter. And K is a tricky letter. It has a tall part, but it also has a part that is small. So that's the letter I really want to focus on today. That's tricky for people to make sometimes. Sometimes they make the mistake of making a capital letter. Let me show you the wrong way. A capital is good for when you're starting a sentence or using somebody's name, but we don't want a capital letter here. So the difference is this part that comes in and out. It should not go to the top. It needs to start kind of lower in the middle. So when you're done writing that word, it's lack, you're going to box the word, meaning you're going to go around the word in boxes. So I'm going to go around like this, up, around, down. The bottom's pretty easy on this word, just straight across and back up. So you can really see you have a tall letter, two short letters, and then another tall letter for the word lack. Now if you're doing that on a piece of paper, you don't actually already have the boxes, but the process would be the same. So let me show you. You would write a tall letter, a short letter for A, the C is also short, and then the K is tall again. So you're still going to have the same size difference because that L and the K at the end are extending higher, or they're taller letters. So it would still look the same like that. So you can either do it on your dry erase plastic page with the boxes there, or you can just write it yourself. All right, number two, the second one is the word rack. So I'm just going to scoot down here and I'm going to look at the letters first. So I see R and A and C are all the same size. They're short letters. So I'm going to go down here and write the R, the A, and the C are all the same size. The tricky letter is that K. Start at the top, come all the way down, and then the part that comes in and out is short like the C. So, but the whole letter is pretty tall. Sorry about that. I am at school and that was the bell. All right. So you have three letters that are short and one letter that is tall for the word rack. It'll work the same if you're doing it on your paper. Just make sure that the R, the A, and the C are the same size. The K has a long line, and then this part is short. And then you can box it. You go around the whole thing, and you should be able to tell you have 3 short letters and a tall letter. All right, the next word on our list this week has a blend. I see R-A-C again, but there's a T in front. Tur. So I have a T and an R. I'm going to scoot my paper up a little bit, and I'm going to write that here. So the T is tricky. Sometimes you see it all the way to the top. Sometimes you see it close to the top. Either one's okay as long as you cross it there in the middle so it's not a capital. T-R, tur, and then you need the A and the C, and then that K, a long line, but this part is short. We're going to go around the whole thing. This kind of reminds me of the shape of the first word we did. It had a tall and then short, except we have 5 letters on this word. So tur-ack. All right, I'm going to erase those now only because I don't have any more room to do more letters. If you have more room, or if you're using your paper, you can just keep going. So let's go on to the next word, is the word crack. So C-R. Again, these letters are all the same size. I have a lowercase c and an R for a blend, cur, the vowel a, k, and then that tall K with that short sound. And you can start boxing by going under, whatever is easiest for you to do to go around your letters. You just want to make sure you go up and around that tall one. Oops, let me scoot it over, sorry. There you go, crack. All right, now we're going on to word number 5 this week. You need to notice that the vowel has changed. It's no longer the A or A sound. It's then E. It says eh. So we're going to do the word deck. Be careful that D, make sure it's faced the right way. The circle part is on that side, D. Then you have an an E for your vowel, C, and then that tall K. This is a fun one because you have a tall part here, short letters in the middle, and another tall part. All right, deck. Now, the next one is the word neck. So those 3 are short. N, e, k. So that one's not too bad. That reminds me of another one we did where all the letters at the beginning were short, but that K is tall. Neck. Now the next word, number 7, has a P, and if you notice the letter P, if it's a lowercase p, that line drops below that bottom line. So let me show you what that would look like. I'm going to need to erase real quick. All right, so the word peck, we're going to start here at what you can't tell yet, but it's going to be the middle. You're going to need a long line, and the circle part is up here. Now the E should be right next to the circle part of the P. See, the P has a line that comes down lower as what we call a tail. Then you C and a K. So this one's kind of fun to do because when you box it, you're going to come down low below that tail and then go around and up for that K. So the shape of the word peck looks a little different. All right, the next one is the word speck. So we're going to start here. Your S is a lowercase s. Now your P, be careful. Start it here and go down and then around. If you make it so that line, sorry, if you make it so it's up here, that would be a capital P. Your P shouldn't be up like that. Okay, so that one's wrong. So I'm going to erase that. I'll show you again the correct way. You need to start where you started your S and have it go down low. This has a tail, like a cat's tail maybe hanging down. And then the E is the same size, the C, and the K. So when you go around this one's kind of fun. I might even do it in a different color so you can see it, how it stands out. If you have more than one color dry erase marker at home, you would also be able to do that. Go up high for that K and around. So that S and then the P drops down low. The E and K are in line with the S, and the K should be tall. All right, the last two words actually change vowel again. Now we're having the words by and Y. The Y is making the sound of the long I. You hear the I sound at the end of the word, but because it's a one-syllable word, meaning it has one part, the Y is making the I sound. In two-syllable words, that Y would be making the E sound. So let's do the word by. So a B is tall, and the Y, part of it is short, and this part that comes down has a tail. It goes down low. So this word has a tall part and a tail part when you box it. By. And our last word this week is Y. So you have a W, it's a short letter. H is like our K, it has a tall part and then a part that's short. If you make it this line too short, like here, then it would look like an N. So you have to be careful. Make sure when you're making a lowercase h, it has a tall line first, then a short hill. And your Y will come down like that. Let me use that other color for boxing it today. Going down low for that tail. Then we're going to go up high for that H and back. So Y, by and Y. All right, well, I hope you have a good time trying Box It today. Remember, you can still do it on plain paper if that's what you have. You just are going to need to really watch and look at the list that's on our website so you can have a better chance at forming those letters correctly. Thank you.